Good evening and welcome to our Wednesday night live service. If you're a first-time guest this evening or you came to the service this evening thinking it was going to be our normal Wednesday night experience, we had already planned to have a Taize inspired service this evening. The concept of Taize is a beautiful concept that was developed by a minister in another country many years ago who wanted to bring people together from different faith traditions and different walks of life to invoke various methods to create peace. And so they began having Taize services to dedicate themselves to peace on the planet. So we'd already planned this, and then we have been through a lot as a country and a world the last few weeks with shootings in California and a church, with shootings in Buffalo targeting our African American brothers and sisters, and now yesterday, of course, a shooting in Uvalde. I want to say it right, Uvalde. Yes, thank you. I've been practicing it all day because I wanted to get it right. But I can see the school, Uvalde Elementary School in Texas, and the loss of lives of children and teachers. And so we have lit our memorial candle already behind us. This is a candle that we light often on Sundays and at services to acknowledge when tragedies have occurred. And so it's already lit, ready for us to step into this sacred service. And I just want to say, by way of introduction, that I know that it's good to be here in community in challenging times like this. A lot of people say thoughts and prayers just don't seem like they're enough these days. And I get that. Thoughts and prayers can seem kind of trite. And yet here in our teaching, we know how thought works and we know how energy works. And so when we come together to extend ourselves in prayerfulness and thoughtfulness towards a group of people or towards the concept of peace or towards our own peace, if we're experiencing great pain this evening, which I imagine many of us are, I think it makes a difference. And so I think that it's important for us to embrace that our being here tonight, whether you're in this room or many of you are watching online, can make a difference. It can create a greater sense of comfort and peace within us. It can help us in the activities that we're going to be about this evening to extend ourselves in peace. And I also get that there's the, as we say in this teaching, there's the treat and move your feet. There's the pray and there's the action. So tonight I invite us and invoke us into this space where we come together to pray. We're going to weave a lot of silence into this, to have this be a vigil of dedication to peace, to ending this violence on our planet, to being a community that invokes beautiful prayers of peace and well-being. And we're also inviting you to light candles. We'll take you through that process as an active way to bring light to these challenging situations. And I especially encourage each one of us to have a deep listening of what is ours to do in the world to bring greater peace. That might look like guidance to create a peaceful relationship with someone that you've been at war at or at conflict with. It might be doing something in the world to go out and serve our world. And of course, we also have not only these shootings, but all the violence in Ukraine and so many other countries around the world. So it might be that we feel a deep call to contribute in some way that's meaningful. So we believe here in treating and moving our feeting, treat and move our feet. And I encourage you to deeply listen, even though we're in the midst of pain and shock together at what is going on in our world. There's an invitation always for that kind of deeper listening. So I want to let you know a little bit about what will be going on this evening. There will be a lot of sacred silent periods. Most of them will come right after. This is beloved Reverend Zemirah Jazwierska, and I am Michelle Medrano, in case you are new today. And Zemirah will likely chime a bowl, ring a bowl, and after that ringing, there will be a period of a minute, usually, of silence. So don't think we've forgotten anything. We are going to have times where we just sit here together in the silence. And then allow yourself, when we're singing, to catch on to any chant that is sung and sing aloud. Just sing with us. Singing is a way of allowing the vibration of powerful words and music to have its way to transform us. And I believe and feel in my heart, when my heart is as sad as it is today, that singing and music is uplifting and up-levels my vibrational energy and allows me to view things and see things with great insight. Please refrain from chit-chat with each other in this process. In fact, I'm asking us, other than the singing, to dedicate ourselves to being silent during this process, unless we're asked to repeat something, because we will have a time at least once where we invite you to repeat after us, but just hold your own energy and space to the presence that is within you, and let us be together in the sacred space of this service. And there are offering baskets available out in the lobby if you choose to make a contribution to our Wednesday night service, our Wednesday night offering. You can do that later tonight. Lastly, we ask for all cell phones to be turned off, put on silent, so that we can have a contiguous space, and there's no need for applause after the songs. As great as I know they'll be, we're just going to go from one chant into the next activity, into the next activity. So, let us take a deep breath and dedicate ourselves to being here in honor of peace and well-being, in honor of nonviolence on our planet, as Zemirah rings our bowls. We allow ourselves to sink into this prayerful space together. An invocation. And as we pray, we recognize that there is one power, one source, one life, one light in this universe. It expresses itself in, through, and as all creation. Every activity, every being, everywhere is an expression of it. And it's very easy for us to see and sense the beauty of this in the things that we find beautiful and lovely. A sunrise or a mountaintop, literally, or a mountaintop experience. It's easy to see this presence in the eyes of the beloveds whom we share this life with. It's easy to see this presence in the act of a good deed. And our faith is most invited to deepen when we say that God is all there is, as we witness great challenges on this planet and activities that feel out of alignment with the great good that God is. In those moments, in these moments, in a moment like this, we are invited to breathe more deeply into this presence and to acknowledge that we may never understand why it is that great challenge, even violence or harmfulness, occurs to other beings or to ourselves on this planet. And today, our work, our holy sacred work, is to stand witness to our own love through the pain that we feel. Because we know that it hurts as we see our beloved brothers and sisters and children being hurt or harmed on this planet. It hurts when we see our earth being treated disrespectfully. It hurts when we see people harming each other in any way, shape, or form. And this is true because we love so deeply, because we know that in its fullness, the joyful, centered presence that God is nonviolence, harmlessness, light, and love. And this evening, we are here to do our part to see that powerful presence be birthed and enlivened throughout this planet. As we stand in the midst of our own pain and sadness, as we stand in the midst of not being able to fully understand, we choose together to be present to that and to know at the same time there is a power for good in this universe. And we stand as witness to it, we invoke it, we breathe it, we send it forth, we choose to acknowledge this great truth and be in this beautiful space this evening of this truth as we shepherd each other forward, as we metaphysically hold each other in this space, as we stand together, one people, one light, one love, one heart, one. I give thanks that this is our truth and this is who and what we are right here and right now. As I release this prayer into the action of that law that makes it so, it is done, and so it is.
Joy and peace in my heart, always I feel. Joy and peace in my mind, God within revealed. Joy and peace in my life, I am healed. Joy and peace in my heart, always I feel. Joy and peace in my mind, God within revealed. Joy and peace in my life, I am healed. Joy and peace in my heart, always I feel. Joy and peace in my mind, God within revealed. Joy and peace in my life, I am healed. Joy and peace in my heart, always I feel. Joy and peace in my mind, God within revealed. Joy and peace in my life, I am healed. Let's sing together one more time. Joy and peace in my heart, always I feel. Joy and peace in my mind, God within revealed. Joy and peace in my heart, I am healed. I
And so for the next few minutes, we are going to move into a time of contemplation and reflection. And it's a time that as we are listening to the vibrations and feeling the vibrations of sacred sound, that we just be with whatever is, whatever feelings, whatever thoughts, anything that is arising, relating to the shootings as of late or the violence in the world. I'd invite you to perhaps consider, as we enter this space together, welcoming a sense of surrender. Surrendering in the sense of being fully present in the moment now. And allowing your inner experience to just unfold as it does. St. John of the Cross said that human health exists in the experience of God. And so violence can arise from our sense of separation from that very experience of God. So one of the keys to our healing is to move into that deeper sense of communion in, with, and as spirit. So this evening we turn towards the one. We turn towards the one spirit, one God, within our own hearts. And as we open our hearts and our minds, we are fully present to what is within. We activate that sense of deep acceptance and compassion for all that is unfolding within us, just for right now. And during this time, it can be a time where you open within your own heart and you begin to energetically reach out to send love to our fellow humans, to all of humanity. But at the same time, it can be a time of being fully present to those places within yourself that are in pain and bringing love to those hurt places within. And perhaps it is a time for a little of both. So as we move into a space of contemplative silence, I will read some words of comfort or wisdom from time to time. And in between those words, we will simply be in the silence together. Words of contemplation from Matt Kahn. Throughout the first stage of surrender, we respect the gravity of our feelings, acknowledging each thought, belief, or conclusion as having a right to exist. And we welcome each experience, no matter how surreal, one-sided, or distasteful it seems. from Mother Teresa. The fruit of silence is prayer. The fruit of prayer is faith. The fruit of faith is love. The fruit of love is service. And the fruit of service is peace. Saint Teresa of Avila said, "God alone is unchanging. With patience, all things are possible. Whoever has God lacks nothing. God alone is enough." And from Dr. Ernest Holmes's prayer for world peace, this affirmation: I know that deep within every person the divine pattern of perfect peace is already implanted. I now declare that in each person and in the leaders of thought everywhere, this divine pattern moves into action and form to the end that all nations and all people shall live together in peace, harmony, and prosperity forever. We close this contemplative time of deep reflection with love and with gratitude. And so it is.
Ooh. its own way. Open your heart, let the Lord have its own way. Be in the light, God's will is the way. Let faith be your sight, God's will is the way. We are the light, we are the way. Open your heart, let the Lord have its own way. Open your heart, let the Lord have its own way. Open your heart, let the Lord have its own way. Be in the light, God's will is the way. Let faith be your sight, God's will is the way. We are the light, we are the way. Open your heart, let the Lord have its own way. Open your heart, let the Lord have its own way. Open your heart, let the Lord have its own way. Open your heart, let the Lord have its own way. Open your heart, let the Lord have its own way.
Can we take a deep breath? And this is a moment in our evening we're going to physically do what we are already doing in consciousness. We are bringing light to the desires of our hearts for greater peace on this planet, bringing light to any darkness or pain in our thoughts or our being. And so as anyone here chooses, we invite you to come forth and go to one of the trays on either side of this platform and light a candle from the central flame and place your candle in the trays on the table. It makes it easier if you start from the back and move towards the front. And for those watching online, feel free to use this time to bring a candle into your space and meditate and chant with us as everyone lights their candle. And so when you're done lighting your candle, you can return to your seat and continue to meditate and chant. And as we light our candles this evening, I invite us to silently declare a complete resolution to situations or issues that are burdening our hearts, a dedication to greater peace, coming alive on this planet with every candle lit, and accepting as we do this together that it is already done. And so whenever you feel called, feel free to get up and light your candle.
I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. I am opening, I am opening, I am opening, I am opening. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. I am opening, I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. Yes, we are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. Sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. We are opening up sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening.
And in this moment right now, we move into prayer. So join me within as we open our hearts to feel and know the depth of the divine presence everywhere as we turn towards the One Spirit, one God, the absolute, infinite love. And in this moment, as we move and fall deeply into our hearts, we connect with that love that is infinite, that is everywhere present. And in that connection, we send our love out out to all of those who have been touched by violence in these past weeks, out to the families, to the first responders, to all of those who are bringing and providing resources of support, of love, of prayer, who are nurturing the hearts of those who have been impacted. And right now in this moment we speak a word of deep peace surrounding our community and the world itself in this depth of peace and love. And so I know that the well runs deep in spirit, that well of love and peace is endless, it is infinite, it is eternal. And so in this moment we connect with the eternality of love, both in our own experience, so that we may, each one of us, be that light of love and of service that ripples out into this world, into our community here at Mile High Church, into the lives of our family, into our very own relationships. May we connect with that deep peace, feeling and knowing that each human being is a divine, spiritual being who is always expressing that depth of spirit within. And so I say thank you for this time and community to feel and to know that infinite presence of love and to anchor in that source of peace. For I know that God is absolutely sufficient. God is enough. Spirit is enough. And that all moves through that sufficiency found in the One. And so I release this prayer into that alchemy of love and law, feeling and knowing with such gratitude that it is done. And so it is.
And so as we have joined together in community, shared silence and song, and lit our candles of love, I invite us to take this experience and the light that it has created consciously into our hearts. Just feel it in this moment. The vibrational energy of aliveness and of light that is seeking expression through us. And as we meditate together and continue this energy, this invitation to spread this light, if you choose, place your hands over your heart with me and just feel the warmth of the light that resides there now. This is the light of peace. It is the truth of every heart and the truth of our heart. And you can choose to keep your hands there if it serves you, or to put them back at your side, whatever you feel. But whatever that choice is, I invite us to continue that notion of spreading the light that Reverend Zemirah mentioned in her spiritual mind treatment. And imagine this light that glows in our hearts expanding out now to touch those seated nearby us in this room. And imagine it filling this room, from the floor to the ceiling, between every wall in this space, and expanding into the rest of this building, enlivening, enriching, impacting every molecule, every thing, every person in this building, as each one of us chooses to imagine ourselves as a center of spiritual light and love emanating into this space, into this beloved Mile High Church. And imagine it extending beyond the borders of these walls of this beautiful dome, going out and lighting up the rest of this Mile High campus. And it quickly, powerfully moves into this neighborhood, filling up this entire city of Lakewood and making its way all across the Denver metro area. And moving out into the entire state of Colorado. Again, each one of us as a center of peace, feeling the light in our heart so big, so broad, so generous, that we choose to give it and let it expand and continue expanding all across our United States, our country, especially to those cities impacted by such violence recently. Irvine and the Taiwanese community, Buffalo and our brothers and sisters of color there, Uvalde, Texas, the families and children, teachers, first responders, anywhere that there may be violence taking place in any home or heart. And imagine this light just encompassing our entire planet, our beautiful blue planet, encompassed now by the light that each one of us chooses to freely give. And take a moment now to bless any area of our world specifically with that light that is meaningful to your heart, whether it's a specific home, heart, school, or an entire country. Let that healing light of love bathe this area, knowing without a doubt the power of this light to bring peace and love. And now that we have woven this thread of light through our hearts and out into the world, I invite us to take another deep breath and bring our attention back to this present moment, to this now moment. And now not only imagining that light spreading its way all over the globe, but to speak the truth of it together. If you're willing to repeat after me by saying, I know that the divine light resides in me. I know that it loves and nurtures me. I know that it brings peace and well-being. My heart is awakened. My life is transformed. This light goes with me out into my world, continuing to awaken hearts and transforming lives. And so it is.
I find that there are times when we all need some grace, and sometimes we forget who we are. So that's when you need someone to look at you and say, I remember who you are. I remember who I am, and that we are pure spirit. This is a beautiful song that helps us remember that. I remember who I am. I remember who you are. And who we are is pure spirit. I remember who I am. I remember who you are. And who we are is pure spirit. We are life, we are light, we are love. We are joy, we are peace, we are wisdom, and beautiful harmony. We are pure spirit. I remember who I am. I remember who you are, and who we are is pure spirit. I remember who I am. I remember who you are, and who we are is pure spirit. We are life, we are light, we are love. We are joy, we are peace, we are wisdom. Beautiful harmony. We are pure spirit. I remember who I am. I remember who you are, and who we are is pure spirit. Yes, who we are is pure spirit. Who we are is pure spirit.
And so at this time in our service, we will close with a benediction. May you so walk that whoever walks beside you abides in the presence of Spirit knowingly, and whoever places a hand in yours, may they be lifted up immediately. And whoever touches you in mind, may the mind be in them that is the divine. And may all those who come to know you learn the eternal truth. God and I are one eternally. Namaste.